Do-do-do-do-do. Top of the morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A little bit of everybody trying to keep warm this morning. It's your boy, OG Big Sam, coming at you, Mad Monday with the OG. We gonna get into some of this weekend's activities in the playoff realm. We gonna talk about this coaching search status, where it is, where it stands, where it's going, um, what it could be, and all things of that part. But in all, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Ghost Peppers, Bubble Gum. Hey, Sonya, Anthony, what's going on with y'all? Good morning to all those who are waking up in viewership. Uh, Hit the like button, share and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? While doing that activity, um, it's we can just go ahead and get into you know what happened over the weekend. Um, we had Kansas City to move on. We had Baltimore to move on. We had the 49ers to move on. We had the Lions to move on. Um, Kansas City went up into Buffalo and played like an experienced playoff Super Bowl contending team. You know what I'm saying? Sure. A message to Deion Dawkins. I'm just saying, man. Don't give folk bulletin board material, man. It just, it you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, y'all Buffalo, y'all have some nasty weather up there, but I mean, come on now. Arrowhead weather is nothing to sneeze at over there in Kansas City. So I mean, y'all weather didn't make too much of a big difference. You know, um, he came into your house and he beat you in your living room. You know, just saying. You go to talking noise about a superstar quarterback, you better be able to back it up. You know, um, we saw. Let's see, we saw the Lions take down Tampa. Um, and clicking on all cylinders, that defense did its thing. Yeah, the couple. I mean, run game supreme. Run game still defense will travel. I'm just saying. That has been one of the longest sayings in NFL playoff. Corners. Run game still defense will travel. Yeah. hmm You know. ATL Dirty, what's good? Tev, what's going on? Morning, Pat. How you doing, Mr. Knight? You know, I mean, when you look at it on its face value, going into Baltimore, um, if they don't stop that Pacheco, is that his name, the running back for Kansas City? If they don't stop them, uh, this is about as far as they're gonna go. You know, I mean, we saw the 49ers escape. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna get down with these Lions. Um, I mean, the same could be said for their run game. You know, and give a shout out to Jared Goff. for the season he's had. You know, um, just saying, just saying. Uh, got that 90 and eight. And shout out to Aiden Hutchinson too. Um, over there with them Lions. It's gonna be a tough out. It's gonna be a tough out. I'm just saying, be prepared for some possible history to be made, because you the ceiling is gonna come off that thing. You know, them damn Detroit Lions. What I'm saying, make it to the dance. I'm just saying, you know, we've seen a lot of historic firsts over the last decade or so. I'm just what I mean. Um, it's gonna be quite interesting. Um, you're gonna have to bring your lunch. You know what I'm saying, your lunch pail and your hard hat. These Lions are physical. They're hard hitting on both sides. On both sides. And that St. Mark kid for the Lions, he's a legit weapon. Jamar Gibbs over there, legit weapon. And they're stand up punch in the mouth defense from top to bottom over there. It is not a fluke. It is not a joke. You know, I want to shift gears a little bit on this conversation, because I heard something last night on a podcast that I want to I wanted to give my thoughts on, and a lot of people are going to think that I'm being a hater, but my standard bar at quarterback, especially when we're talking about all time, what I'm saying, greats, being categorized as an all time great. Um, even even if he wins the Super Bowl this year and an MVP, I'm sorry, I'm Lamar Jackson is not in my top 10 all time. It does not put him there. Now, we was talking about Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you might get some kind of argument, what I'm saying, with me from that. I mean, since he took over the starting position in Kansas City, he has been in pretty much every AFC Championship game since, and he has a couple of rings. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, you know, that would be a different conversation. But you know, a couple, say he wins the MVP this year and wins Super Bowl. You're really trying to tell me, you know, you're gonna put him top 10 all time? In the quarterback conversation. I have a legit problem with that. I mean, I know it's subject to opinion and whatnot, but I can't. I can't. It's not that I refuse. I just can't, because it's blasphemous. Number one. Number two. Um, what has he done as a quarterback to deserve to be in top 10 all time quarterback conversation? I mean, okay. It was just my thought on that. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, what up, Monk? What's going on, Southside? Yeah, that there is a that I mean, hey, it may be the state of Michigan's, you know, time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, um, you may be right there too, Bubba. You just might be right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, will the third time be the charm or the fourth time, whichever one it is? And I think I'm just saying that he got a tall task. Shanahan has a tall task with this one. Um, you know, I mean, because if if old boy don't miss that field goal and and Love don't make that bad play, like we might be having a different conversation right now. I mean, but you know, hey, they're there. You know, um, um, let's see. You know, I mean, it's can Shanahan get over that hump? Can he not choke? Trigger big game off. Um, you know, I'm just saying. You know, we got 20 beautiful eyes on this program. Can we get 20 likes? Y'all hit that like button, please. Share the program, please. Subscribe to my channel, OGN TV, please. You know, you know what I'm saying, the content, the dialogue, the information. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, what you say there, Monk? I think Detroit is due for a change in status, just like Cincinnati had their shine over the last couple of years. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, historically, Detroit has, you know, they've been through it. They, they've been through it. You know, um, a Stafford was there a whole decade and got them to the playoff once. You know, so just saying it. With this mix with this team, you know, with their play, you know, hey, they're legit contenders, bro. They're legit contenders. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting thing. I mean, you know, shout out to Campbell and them boys over there. The job they've done this year with that line, with that run game. You know, shout out to Jared Goff for his play this season. You know, I mean, he remember Jared Goff had got written off over there with the Rams. They was over it. You know, yeah, it was change of scenery. He ends up in Detroit, and you know, and yeah, here we are, NFC Championship game. You know, for the second time. Remember, he has been to a Super Bowl. Remember that now. Y'all remember that. Jared Goff has been to a Super Bowl. hmm Just saying. He has been, you know, he has been to a Super Bowl. Hold on just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. You know, that kind of goes that little factor kind of goes unseen when when people mention Jared Goff. You forget he did play in the Super Bowl. I mean, hey, experience, Super Bowl and playoff experience. He does have. Okay, I mean, and it is, he is one of the leaders over there in that Detroit Lions locker room. You know, hey, Christy, how you doing this morning? Oh man, yes, yes, yes. You can get it in, get it in, get it in, ma'am, get it in. Um, a lot of people are, looking, somewhat shocked, thinking that I was saying it earlier, what I'm saying, when they beat us and they expounded on last year's, you know, how close they were to being in the playoffs last year. They kept telling people these Lions are not the same old Lions. These ain't your 1988, 1991, 92 Lions. These ain't your, these ain't your, what I'm saying, 92, 96. This ain't. It ain't. This is a whole different pride. You know, Gamebred Monk says right. Golf was thrown to the trash and looked at as a bust. Hence the reason they traded him with so much capital to Detroit to get Stafford, and the Rams didn't think he was going to amount to anything. Exactly. Engine number nine, what's happening? What's happening? Thanks for joining. Yeah, they did. He was. I mean, the media was. He's injury prone. He's a bust. I mean, I'm sorry, it was over with in Los Angeles. It was just over with. You know, and they traded all them draft picks and him to Detroit for Stafford. And here it is. He's a game away from the Super Bowl again. Again. I'm just saying, you got to. A lot of people are not looking at that particular facet, that perspective. A lot of people forget, man. Jared Goff, he had some playoff experience. He did play in the Super Bowl. You know, um, he's seen some things. You know what I mean? He's seen some things. He's been through some things. You know what I'm saying? He's persevered through some things. He's had some adverse situations in his career. Look at him now. Let's see. Let's see, Southside. What's Southside say on the situation? I mean, Goff was a first round pick for a reason, and the Rams did trade up for him. I never really got the hate for Goff so much. Yeah, look, as talented as McVay was as a coordinator, but then too, you factor in, the injury troubles that he had, um, and things of that nature, that was mixed in with the inconsistent play, um, you know, and everything. I mean, it was what it was. I think that there was just a major disconnect, I guess, between him and McVay for whatever reason. You know, I mean, but the hate, I didn't understand it myself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you know how that goes. You know, it is what it is. Who they gonna side with? The coach or the quarterback? Yeah, they sided with the coach. You know. So, and Mr. Knight, the playoffs have been great so far. Can't wait for the next week. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of rolled, to the matchups that everybody's kind of was picking to see. Um, I had a under the radar, hand pick, what I'm saying, on the Lions, because I said that shit, the road to the Super Bowl through the NFC probably was going to go through Detroit. Um, but they're in the game nonetheless, and having to go to San Francisco's house. Um, and I think that this defense is built to handle that offense. Um, though, hey, they have a Hutchinson. They have a Hutchinson. I mean, we saw up close, what that kid was about, is about. Hey, I was saying that these ain't the same old Lions. I said that way back early in the season when they beat us. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to explain to people. I was like, y'all look at last season, and they were a game and a bad, penalty away from being in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Last season. You know, hey, you know what I'm saying? That team, you know, has some pretty reputable pieces to it, But hey, we're gonna see how far they're gonna go. We're gonna see how far they're gonna go. Monk says the potential to have new faces in the Super Bowl is exciting to say the least, for sure. Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. Right about that. Yeah, you're right about that. We're gonna, it's give the well. We got Kansas City going into Baltimore for the AFC Championship. We got Detroit going into San Francisco for the NFC Championship. See who goes to the big dance. Hey, can we be telling new stories in history? I mean, there's storylines everywhere. Can AAU Jackson get the Ravens to the Super Bowl? On his watch, or um, will we be seeing Patrick Mahomes, boy, and these Chiefs in yet another Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? Can the Lions make history and get to their first Super Bowl and fight for that Lombardi? Uh, can them 49ers and get there and get it done this time on Shanahan's watch? Inquiring minds, you know what I'm saying? NFL TMZ wanted to know the T. Oh man. Well, we're gonna scoot on to the next, the hoodie effect in this coaching search. Everybody is tantalized with all of the goings on. You know these um, 12 mirrors of interviews that have been done by the Dirty Birds. You know, I mean, um, I think the Falcons are just doing their due diligence and taking their time and you know getting everything, you know, all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. Um, I think if not anything, I figure maybe by Wednesday. I mean, there's no announcement on our coaching position by Wednesday. Then that's going to tell us exactly, what speculation is not just speculation. you know, um, it is, yeah, by far an interesting situation that we have here. You know, we're sitting in the catbird seat, if you will. With this here, with this here, from the great situation. Yes, Christy. There were some virtual interviews that are also receiving second. Yeah, yeah, they did. All of that went. That whole loop went around. Hmm. Yeah, would say, Mark, the Lions can definitely be one of the short list of first team to go to first Super Bowl and win it all. Yeah, that there's another storyline that could take shape after next weekend. You know, um, that could very well go just like that. Go just like that. Now, I understand some of the people's you know thought process or fear process as it is. Cause there are a whole lot of y'all that are hoping, wishing, and praying that the hoodie don't be on that podium when they announce who the coach is. Some of y'all got a chokehold death wish, saying grip on that number 8 pick. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, excuse me. I mean, y'all already know what I think about it, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get into that again about that draft class. You know, it's we're in a very ready-made situation. You know, um, I really truly believe that this situation is already well in place. We're just soaking around, to make sure a few other things are set up. I think whoever it is working on, you know, the getting there, whoever it is getting their people already in place, You know what I'm saying? So when we do announce it, you know, everything is already systems go. Engine number nine. Listen, Rich McKay is not a factor in this at all. Trust me when I tell you that he's not. You know, before it's over with, he might be a parking lot attendant. I'm just saying. No, it's not a problem because you know he there's this situation is beyond his control. Okay, the boss is driving this boat. Trust me when I tell you, the boss is driving this boat. Yeah, we've interviewed all of them, Christian. Um, we've interviewed all of them. I think one or two of them may be on our staff. I mean, you know, um, that could very well be a possibility that a lot of these cats that we're interviewing might be on the current staff coming in. Just saying, there are a numerous amount of possibilities for our particular scenario. But if a lot of these second interviews are to see if some of these coordinators would be willing to come aboard and build that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about right now. That right now. hmm That part right now. We, we could see you right there in front of your face. That whole little process right there in front of your face. You know, you know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, you could be smoking mirrors, but not smoking mirrors. You know, you going through the paces, but at the same time, hey, I need me an OC and the quarterback coach up here. You interested? You know what I'm saying? I can't say Bill Belichick and Rich McKay aren't seeing things eye to eye. I have no clue. Rich McKay is no factor in this situation. Mm-mm. I mean, based on that last press conference that Arthur had him sitting in on, um, body language speaks volumes. You know, trust um, is just not going to be um, any confusion on who's making the decisions right here in this gap in this particular situation. You know, and it's kind of funny and hard for me to understand why some people have the mindset or the pushback, if you will, on bringing Bill Belichick here. You know, just saying, the man got 8 Super Bowls. Don't you think he could do something to help bring some of that in him? Mm. What up, Anthony? What's going on with you? Engine number 9. If Belichick doesn't end up with the Falcons, who else do you see coming in as our next head coach? Well, hmm, I think that would be Jerry Gray. Um, or I mean, because given our current situation, like I said a little while ago, if nothing is announced by Wednesday or Thursday, then we'll know that whoever that is still coaching in the playoffs, which would be a major surprise. Um, I mean, but time will tell. The next 72 hours gonna tell us a whole lot. You know, whether Bill Belichick is the head coach and Jim Harbaugh is the offensive coordinator, and they agree that Bill takes over head coaching for 2, 3 years and then guarantees Jim to take over after Bill retires as head coach. Mm, yeah, that's a possibility. But I think that there are 125 million reasons why the Harbaugh won't be here. Just saying, that's a lot of money on the table up there in Michigan. One says Arthur Blank knows what needs to be done. That's why certain roles in the front office is changing. Yeah, yeah, that is a fact. That there is a bona fide fact. That is a bona fide fact right there. He knows exactly what's needed. I mean, like I said, we're right now in a um, hoodie effect holding pattern. uh, in this episode of As the Bends Turns, right now the situation is still what it was last week. We know nothing. We know nothing. Um, the playoff picture has gotten intriguing. There, could be some history made in these next two games. Um, and that pretty much is about it, folks. That's pretty much about it in a nutshell. I mean, what we know is the same thing that we knew last week. Nothing. you know. Hey, Sonya. Let's see. He said, "Do you think Jim Hall really wants to come back to the NFL?" Um, I mean, it says something that he's really interviewing for jobs. Well, his interview, what I'm saying, for positions and whatnot. Um, whether it's him playing hardball with Michigan and the NCAA, or him actually, got his hat in the ring, we're gonna know what's what by the end of this week with him. We're gonna know because I don't think Michigan is gonna sit there with that 125 million on the table for long. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta get ready for their immediate future. So I think that right now at this point we are definitely know where his mind is at. So like I said, there are 125 million reasons why I think he'll be headed back to Ann Arbor. You know, no. Media declares Bill the favorite. Media claims there must be a problem since we're interviewing other candidates. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I'd like to thank all you beautiful people for joining me this morning. Um, and like I consistently, say, um, I appreciate you all. I appreciate your dialogue, your attentiveness, giving me love, all of that. I appreciate it and love you all back. You know, I enjoy this, uh, doing this. You know what I'm saying? And trying to build a little some of the journalistic nature. You know, just I'm trying to get better at it. Information wise, technology, technical wise, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Try to bring y'all the best program I possibly can, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, as you can see on the ticker, you know what I'm saying? Follow me, friend me, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to that next plateau at 200. You know what I'm saying? I need 74 more. I need 74 more to get to that 200, to get to that next plateau. You know what I'm saying? Um, as far as the week goes, um, now to catch me tomorrow night with my OG partner, Truth, with the Realistic OGs at 7 p.m. on tomorrow night. And as always on Hump Day, I try to give y'all the sports tea, give you the tea at 1 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm gonna have High Noon Madness. Um, um, like every third week of the month at this, since we're in the off season. You know what I'm saying? Doing it like that. Um, And that's been the program for the day, ladies and gentlemen. It's been Mad Monday with the OG. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep it real, keep it ATL, keep it dirty, and most importantly, keep it real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real with yourself. And with that, appreciate y'all for joining me, and I'm out.